It's long overdue, way past time, that we give Bokeem Woodbine his flowers. He is nearly 30 years in this game and he has never given a bad performance. And the inspection is no exception. I am rooting for him to get an Oscar nomination for this role. Here's my review of The Inspection. The legend Bokeem Woodbine is not the only actor in this film that delivers a beautiful performance. Other standouts include Gabrielle Union, of course, Jeremy Pope, and Raul Castillo. Everyone in this film is fantastic, but they are standouts, and I know that there is room for them to get Oscar nominations for this film. The Inspection is a fantastic film, definitely worth your time. It follows Jeremy Pope's character. He plays Ellis French, and this is based on a true story. He is a black gay man lost in the world. He has been on his own since he was 16 because his religious mother threw him out for being gay. So he has lived on the street, and when he could find a warm bed in a homeless shelter, lived there. And once he turns 25, he wants to join the military as a Marine to prove to his mother that he's strong, to prove to himself that he can persevere, and so that he belongs somewhere. This 95-minute movie gets right to it. So we find Ellis French living in a homeless shelter. He leaves to go visit with his mother, played by Gabrielle Union, who so that he can get his birth certificate to enlist as a Marine in the military. And there's this tug of war because she's hoping that he has like grown out of being gay, and he stands steadfast in who he is, and she throws him out. It is a really touching scene between her as she barely wants him to let him into the apartment, and she's got food cooking on the stove. She does not offer him any. She treats him like a stranger in her house, and this is her only son. She eventually caves and gives him his birth certificate, and then he goes to enlist as a Marine. So we follow Ellis French and the battalion, these young men who have enlisted at the same time, and they're to be there for 3 months. Well, one day in the showers, French, he drifts away and daydreams about this like sensual encounter with the battalion, and ends up being excited, and the battalion that's with him sees that he's excited and realize that he is gay. So now he is exposed as being gay and is treated differently. And when they first enlist, they ask you, are you a terrorist? Are you gay? They ask these series of questions, and he says no. So he was planning, he had every intention to mask the fact that he was gay just to make it through basic training. But when he is exposed in this manner, he is treated differently, and we follow him on this journey to persevere despite being openly gay, something that at this time, this is 2005, where there was the don't ask, don't tell. Well, his manhood, his fortitude, and his strength is tested by his drill sergeant, his master drill sergeant, Laws, played by Bokeem Woodbine. And he really struggles for a while, but eventually comes into his own because he finds a confidant in another drill sergeant played by Raul Castillo, who plays Rosales. he finds comfort in knowing that someone there will help protect him. And although he is bullied by some of the men in his battalion, he still learns to overcome it. Well, at the end of the 3 months, he graduates. Before that, he had been writing his mother and begging her to come to his graduation. She's ignored his letters. He eventually gets her on the phone. She answers, and we find that even though she hangs up on him, we find that she comes to his graduation. Well, at this graduation dinner, she acts like he had been at conversion therapy camp or something, because she believes that going through this process, going through basic training for the Marines, changed him and I guess beat the gay out of him. And he confesses and says that, he is gay, he is who he is, and he wants her to accept it. Well, she doesn't accept it. She thinks that she's exposing him to everyone there, which is his, graduating class and the drill sergeants and so forth. She believes that she exposes him by saying, he's gay, and they were wrong not to change him into someone else. And the final scene is him saying, "I'm not going to give up on you. I'm not going to give up on us. But I am who I am." And the end. This is based on a true story. It was written and directed by Elegance Bratton. This is his first feature film and directorial debut for a feature. And I think he did a great job for the most part. Some of the cam shots got really shaky. Some of the cinematography was a little questionable, but I think he captured 2005 brilliantly. I think he did a great job there. I think a lot of this was too easy. I think if there were more time and more money, then he may have shown a grittier side of the don't ask, don't tell policy during this time in the military, specifically the Marines. I think he would have been able to go there if he had more money. But I'm sure this was a micro budget. Again, I think Jeremy Pope deserves an Oscar nomination for Best Leading Actor, and there is room for him. I think it is so refreshing to have an openly gay Black man actor portray with authenticity and depth, and so three-dimensionally portray a character who is Black and gay. That representation matters, and I think Jeremy Pope did a fantastic job. He is perfectly cast here, and again, I hope there is an Oscar nomination waiting for him for this performance. And I hope that Gabrielle Union is nominated for a Best Supporting Actress nomination. She does a great job playing Inez French, his mother. And Bokeem Woodbine delivers an outstanding, he steals scenes. He is such a brilliant actor. Like I said earlier, he deserves his flowers. He has never given a bad performance in his entire nearly 3-decade career. And I really hope that there is room for him to get a Best Supporting Actor nomination for this role. He is fantastic. So is Raul Castillo. He did so well. I like that he was there to support French's character. And there's a really touching scene because French believes that Castillo is gay and closeted because he's so nice. And there's so much in that scene that they shared, which is one of the showers, one of the final scenes. And he's saying that he was just being nice. He's just humanizing him. And French took it wrong. He thought that being nice to him in this way meant that there was something more. And I thought that was a beautiful scene. Everyone delivers. I think this is a great original screenplay as well. And I hope that there's room for a nomination for Elegance as well. This is a great film. If it is playing in a theater near you, please support this film. You will not be disappointed, and please support Black filmmakers.